we are becoming us humans, and the dark stage where the becoming happens is one of the most important stages. It's like the essential stages. From this, everything goes. From this, you become something new. You become you later on. This is necessary so you emerge. This is necessary so you become you. Let this message find the heart that it's meant for. Let this fire with the Sagittarius season ignite, spark creativity within me, where the ideas flow easily, effortlessly. When this comes to very first piece, I just think about the last week where I went to this burnt location where I've collected this, where I've harvested these materials for my art. And today I want to share with you my process, my behind the thoughts, my behind the scene and behind the emotion of the harvest. While I talk about it, sketch the very first piece for the Nigredo stage. Just looking at the material itself, it gives a lot of grounding energy. It also gives a lot of fire energy. The material that has blackened, darkened, it gives a lot of, uh, it went through baking, energy. It gives a lot of also like something solid, something grounding. Based on these two feelings that I get from the material itself, um, I think I want to work with a lot with the fire and earth, because I feel like within the first alchemical stage, fire and earth is the stage where everything happens. Earth as a materia, prima materia, goes through fire, and through going through fire, it blackens, it darkens, and within that stage, something emerges, something within you dies, so the new version of you could emerge. And so I want to speak on that feeling. I want to speak on that very idea of having this materia, right? The prima materia, which always gives me the square energy. You know how squares are very rigid, right? Like they have this stability within them. They have this, they don't want to move. They have this, like this hard presence that's really hard to ignore. It's there, you know. This shape demands attention. This shape demands grounding. This shape demands stability. And so when I look at it through the Nigredo stage, it really makes sense because the material itself that I've collected, right? They have this beautiful textures of earth running through, and obviously I'm just sketching right now, but I feel like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through my pieces and let the pieces decide how they wanna fall together. I want this to be guided by the nature. Like this whole journey, I'm like, I have this deep calling to be guided, guided by natural life, by nature, by, looking around me and understanding the truth, right? Because oftentimes I feel like within the nature, within the, nature itself is like a teacher. If you look close enough, if you pay attention, it's gonna tell you the truth. It's gonna tell you the way things are, right? Like I love nature. It's like my solace for um, recharge, the inspiration, and the letting my thoughts out, right? Like, and so I love it when I'm surrounded by beautiful nature, and that's why I feel like really grateful moving here in Utah, where I have the nature in its abundance, when I have the nature in its expansion, in its like diverse nature too here in Utah, and I feel like I'm very spoiled like that. But for the first time in my life, I went to nature where the nature was dead, so to speak, where the nature was burnt away, where the materia turned to ash, where the materia turned to this charcoal black. Looking at it, I was honestly pretty smitten. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed looking at the black, blackened bark. Its shiny texture. It's matte but also shiny. The flow between the colors. It's darkening bark. Its texture darkened bark. There was something within that materia. You know, there was something within that material that would tell you something if you look deep enough. It tells you the history, it tells you what it's been through. For it material to acquire that form and shine and um, exterior, it's supposed to go through that stage, it's supposed to go through that burning, it's supposed to go through that um, transformation for that to be that. And so when you look at it through the history perspective, you understand what it's been through. How can I say? I find beauty, this raw power, just looking at that, this raw truth, just looking at that. So interesting. I really like looking at it from the perspective of fertile dark, the darkness where through the darkness it's like a fertile ground for you to search. And that's how I approached this. Approached it through the shape, through the eye of fertile darkness. Where I look for signs, where I look for answers through the darkness and find it a ground for growth, a ground for transformation, a ground for work. Now when I'm coming back to two shapes, what it feels like, right? Three shapes to be precise, but I wanna leave the circle for later because the circle has a completion cycle. And we are at the beginning of the cycle. We are not there yet. We're gonna get to circle though. I wanna talk about these two shapes, right? Just look at them. They both have groundedness, right? They both come from the grounded place. This one has the motion. Let's analyze um, the triangle. My favorite shape, by the way. It has the groundedness to it, right? It has the stability to it, but it also has the motion. Looking from the ground up, it has expansion. It has this bursts of fire coming up, right? And I'm drawing it with blue, which maybe blue fire, you know? It has this upward motion. It has this motion energy. And I believe that the Nigredo stage could be about the motion because within that first stage, the first motion happens, right? Where things start stirring. And when looking at the square, it has this floor grounded energy, right? It has a rigidity to it. It doesn't want to move. It's there. It demands the presence. It demands the attention. It demands the space to be the square. And I feel like Nigredo is the stage of spaciousness, even though it feels like a contraction because contracting things happening within that stage because you for the first time meet with your darkness, right? I don't want to call it darkness, but why not? Why not? Darkness doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it has a space, has a spaciousness for transformation. It's like if you think about it in terms of uh, human body, like the humans come from the womb, right? the humans come from mother's womb, and while we are in the womb, right, what happens is we are in the darkness. What happens is we are the possibility. What happens is the alchemy, the transformation of us becoming. We are becoming us humans, and the dark stage where the becoming happens is one of the most important stages. It's like the essential stages. From this, everything goes. From this, you become something new. You become you later on. But this is necessary for you to be you. This is necessary so you emerge. Hold on. This is necessary so you become you. Okay, I think I got the artwork. Thank you for being here and witnessing this part of the journey. Take a nice, gentle care of your heart today, okay? And if you want to walk deeper into this journey, then the harvest videos are waiting for you next. Until next time, bye.